Logging in Mixer the robot. TechnoPod Studios is online. Configuring satellite connection. Broadcast link is established. Initializing ET and typewriter. Serving burritos. The TechnoPod show begins in 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the TechnoPod show, the awe-inspiring intergalactic adventures of E.T. and Typewriter. I'm Electric Type, but they also call me E.T.
I am Typewriter, and they also call me 007.
That's not true, but we'll roll with it.
Yeah?
Maybe they do. Who calls you that?
A lot of people that you don't know, that you've never met.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this is the first episode of the TechnoPod show. So I guess it's going to be a show about music and techno and, I don't know, I guess everything else that we're interested in.
We're interested in a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be, an all-inclusive conglomeration of lots of interesting stuff that you're going to want to stay tuned for.
For sure.
I guess some background. We both live in the TechnoPod Studios, which actually is a registered space station. I just registered it last week, actually.
That's true.
I know you were getting on my case about that.
Well, if you don't register it, we can get, ticketed, and that's not what I want.
Yeah, we're no longer on just a piece of space junk. It's full-fledged, registered in the Galaxy Space Station.
Yeah. We run legit.
Also, have you had a chance to check up on the painter bots that I hired to paint the outside of the station?
Yeah, well, okay. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I didn't want to talk about it on the show, but
since I brought it up.
Yeah, let's just get this out of the way really quick. One of the robots is painting it yellow, and the other one is painting it gray again. So, one of them does half the ship in yellow, and then the other one that you got comes back and paints over it in gray. And I think it's been going on like that for a week or so since we've gotten this. So, I don't know what you want to do about it.
All right, well, we're on the show now, so let's... All right, Mixer, can you make a note of that? Mixer's kind of our producer around there. We'll get into full introductions next, but Mixer, make a note. I need to fire at least one of the painter bots. Okay, so all right, that's out of the way. How about we actually introduce ourselves?
Oh, that's a good idea. You can start.
Okay. As I said already, my name's Electric Type. I'm an intergalactic superstar DJ. I like to throw superstar in there because it makes me feel important. But I've been touring the universe pretty much, playing shows for all kinds of different alien races. I'm big on the Slime Planet, the Crab Nebula, huge. All the crabs love me. My personal favorite, all the squid babes on that planet. Man, it's good stuff. It's a nice life, but lately I've kind of settled down a little bit here in the TechnoPod Studios, concentrating on writing music more than just playing out. Few albums and stuff. That's about it. Techno, chilling out, partying with babes. That's my introduction, I guess.
I think it was pretty succinct. I guess I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. My birth name is Typewriter, but people call me Typewriter, and like I said before, some people call me 007. I'm a freelance writer here in the Manatee Nebula. I've been writing for a couple years now. I do some fiction, some metafiction, some metafiction, and I also write advertisements. I guess I wasn't really expecting to do. None of us were expecting to do this podcast. ET just kind of said one day, like, we should do a podcast because I'm a DJ, and I said, that doesn't make any sense, but let's do it. So
well, yeah, I mean, I said to myself, and I'm resisting the universal urge. I mean, it's like whenever I said to myself, it's impossible to not start the next sentence without saying self. But I'm resisting the urge for that terrible joke.
That's dead. But go on.
So I said to myself, every DJ has his own podcast, and they're all mixed shows, and they're all just terrible. I mean, anybody can grab tracks and mix them together and put it on the internet and say that it's a podcast.
Whoa.
And I wanted to go, what's that?
Hold the fucking phone. Not everyone can get on the internet and mix tracks well. Let's get that out of the way.
I didn't say well.
Okay.
I did not say well.
I wanted to illustrate to the people at home that it is not very easy to make a good mix. That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
That's fair enough. So, I mean, my point being, I guess, there's a lot of terrible techno DJ mix shows out there. And I said to myself, why don't you... Damn it!
You did it. Whoa.
I told you it's
E.T.,
impossible.
hold on. Somebody's at the door. Wait 1 second, please.
Okay. Right in the middle of recording, he has to get up. Somebody's at the door.
Thanks.
Looks like...
Sorry. E.T.
Okay. Yeah, what's going on?
Did we get a new SPS driver?
The space package service. I mean, all I know is the older guy, Fred, that we've had for a while, who always, gave us packages and smiled and chatted with us and stuff.
Yeah, that I don't think that. I mean, I didn't even see him, but I don't think that was Fred. He the box hit the door or the doorbell or something, because I heard it ring, but the box is all fucked up.
Well, what did you order? Let's open it up.
Okay.
Is that... What?
Damn it. Let me get the cutter here.
Dang it. Oh,
They're
man.
broken.
What?
They're all
What
broken.
is that even supposed to be?
That's not how a tea set is supposed to look. They're supposed to look like they're not broken.
Yeah, I mean, it's just smashed.
God fucking damn it.
This guy just smashed a package onto our doorstep and rang the bell and left?
Oh my god, I guess. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna write this down here. Call SPS. Ask about new delivery man. Guys, sorry.
we need to get
sorry,
to the
we're
bottom
having
of that.
we're having too many fucking interruptions. Sorry. Go ET. You were talking about self. You said self and you didn't mean to. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, I was just kind of talking about how I decided that we should do a podcast where we talk about, techno and music and equipment maybe and things like that. A techno podcast, but I want to get more into more than just a mix show that any talented DJ could do. I want to do something beyond that. So that's kind of how we put together the TechnoPod show, the awe-inspiring intergalactic adventures of ET and Typewriter.
Right.
And now here we are, talking about how I decided to make the show.
Well, here we are, but it's not just us. It would be fucking impossible to just be us. Obviously you've spoken to him before, but we've got Mixer, which is basically our everything on the TechnoPod Studios podcasting ship thing.
Yeah, I mean, Mixer the robot, he's an ex-bounty hunting robot from the former company RoboCorp. I mean, he's top of the line. He's had a few upgrades since then, but man, top of the line, robot, artificial intelligence. You can't even tell it's artificial. I mean, that's kind of a derogatory term. Even
Yeah, I don't use
for
it
Mixer.
around him.
Yeah, I mean, but we're in the podcasting studio. He kind of stays behind the glass, runs the mics and the mixing board and all that stuff, but he can hit a button and talk to us if he wants. Why don't you say hi to everyone, Mixer?
Greetings.
There you go.
Yeah, so, I mean, who else is here? We have, we're trying not to let him on the podcast itself, but we have another one of my friends. Is friend too strong of a word?
It might be acquaintances or happenstance
companion.
people or beings. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about my friend Spark. He's a little blue alien. He's a former prince of the also former Varaxian Empire. He's pretty rude. He likes to eat. We try to keep him off of the show because he's a pretty rude guy, but he might stop in from time to time.
Just to give his 2 cents respectfully.
Hey! What's going on in here?
Spark, please go away right now, please.
All right, what? We told you we're podcasting. You can't just bust in here and start yelling while we're recording.
I'm sitting down in the kitchen
Spark,
waiting for some pizza rolls for
Spark,
3 hours.
please.
Come on, we'll get you pizza rolls after we finish the podcast. I told you, if you don't bug us, keep quiet, let us record, I will get you pizza rolls.
Well, I want pizza rolls now.
Spark. Oh my, Mixer, can you do me a favor? Can you bind him or something?
Hungry.
Spark.
All right, listen, I don't have any pizza rolls. I will give you my last pack of zombie jerky that I have here if
not
you just
zombie
let us alone
jerky.
for the next hour or so.
God damn it.
All right.
Get out of here. Okay. Jeez. Speak of the devil, I guess, is the phrase.
It is a
for that.
phrase indeed. It's an old world phrase, but it still applies because he is a bit of a devil.
He's so loud too. I'm sure that picked up on the microphones.
If it didn't, I'd be surprised. I mean, it sounded
Wow.
like he was in my fucking ear. He has no volume control. But that's, I guess the people got to see him for, like, we're not making this up. Like, he's kind of a dick. But we kind of love him, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
But of course, my best friend on the show, period, is my buddy Bolslaw. He's a champion. Bolslaw, for those of you... Oh, hey, Bolslaw, how's it going? He's just hanging around. Bolslaw, for those of you who don't know, he is a Roomba. You guys might be familiar with Roombas where you're from, because they're like these little circular disky vacuums. But we found him, and Mixer installed an artificial intelligence chip, and I'll explain him to you later. He's just really cool, trust me.
Yeah, I mean, his main job, he keeps the studio clean for us.
Yeah.
Any kind of mess or anything.
But that's it. That's
Bolslaw
just a mess. That.
on it.
He's a beast. All right, Bolslaw,
Yeah.
go ahead. Later. There's a lot more people, right? But we don't have to introduce them right now.
we have lots of kind of robot crew that kind of stays below deck and different things, you know.
Cartography bot. We got an alligator that lives on a new deck every day. I just find him in the morning. He stands up. He's kind of cool.
I'm starting to think more than one alligator. Is that possible?
No, there's no such thing as more than one. There's just one.
Okay. So alligators in space have reached the singularity. Is
Word.
what you're telling me.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
I mean, the studio is huge. I've barely seen all of it, even though I paid for all of it. I mean, sometimes I just wander around, find new rooms. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the size of like a planet, basically.
A dwarf planet, though. Not don't fill these people with ideas. It's a dwarf planet.
Okay. That's not a derogatory term among planets, is it?
No. It's
I'm
little
thinking a midget planet.
Yeah, midget planet and little people planet.
I feel
they
bad
don't like.
for saying it now.
But dwarf, yeah, so do I. But we're saying that we don't use those terms. Dwarf planet is the scientific term, and they like it usually, most of them. But
Yeah. So, tell you what, we've introduced everybody.
yes,
We've explained the show.
yes.
Are you ready I'm ready to take a break, get myself something to drink, Zap Energy or something, and maybe we could come back and I could talk about that show I played over last week.
Oh yeah, I didn't even hear about that yet. Yeah. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. E.T., you have a Zap Energy now, right?
Yes, I've energized. I've got my energy drink. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to talk about parties over the last week.
Yes.
So last week I traveled to the planet Dur and played a show for the slime people. Every once in a while I'll get a email from the slime queen. She'll want me to play a show. Hop in the swordfish and head out there.
Okay.
Pretty,
Wait. Okay, sorry. This is like one
What's
more
up?
thing. This is like one last thing that I'm gonna interrupt with for the show because we need to continue it. But
Okay.
people
What's
like
going on?
No. It's nothing like that's like wrong with the show. It's like people that are on Earth. They probably don't really either A, believe it, or B, really understand what's happening. I just feel like it might be difficult to get their heads around where we are and where we've been. Can we go back a few steps and maybe tell them how this got started?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. That kind of does make sense. I mean, a lot of the aliens and intergalactic people know about other planets, but you're right. We're going to be broadcasting this on Earth as well, and
they don't really know shit.
Yeah, you're right. I guess my question: how far back do you want to go? What do we want to explain to them?
Okay, I don't want to go back like to our births and like where we were from on Earth and stuff. We could tell them where we're from, but like. Okay. All right. Do you remember the day that something crash landed near your house? AKA very near your house. Why don't we start from there, and then we'll just tell them real quick what the story is, and then we'll be done in 30 minutes maybe.
Okay. Yeah, enough time to... Yeah, this is a good way to, fill out the first show. I'm fine with that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so I guess back in, 2005 or 2006? That's a while ago.
That's a long time.
That's nuts, man.
That's like 7 years.
Yeah, I guess a little bit of background. I was a college student, going to school, had my own place, and kind of trying to make it as a DJ on Earth. And I had just played a gig, and I was heading home, and there was just kind of this... I was almost to my house, and there was just this streak in the sky of just bright light, and this huge crash off to the side of the road. So, I mean, it was right by my house. I park. I'm, like, get out and I'm trying to see what's going on, all this smoke and debris in the air. And I mean, no surprise, you probably figured it out, but I get into this crater and here's this spaceship that has just crashed right in my yard. And I'm like kind of looking at this wreckage and I notice that there's this little blue alien that has been thrown through the windshield of the spaceship, clearly not wearing his seatbelt. And I don't know, I guess just the spaceship crash, you'd think it would just scare you, but I think there's something about like adrenaline or something. It's just like, holy crap, this little dude has been wrecked his spaceship, and you just kind of, I was terrified. I didn't know what was going on, but I saw somebody that looked like they needed help. And of course, it's right in my yard, so I felt like I was obligated. I'm not.
That's fair.
I don't know. I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have just ran and hid, but I kind of went down that crater and scooped him up, and it was kind of like, what's going on? And he was like, well, do we want? You know what? We should just tell the people.
Yeah,
Spark,
let's
and we should get him in here and have him do the voice acting.
Oh, that's a good idea. Are you sure
think?
that's a good idea? Actually, wait a minute.
He's a bit out of control, but if we can, how about we get? I don't know.
Here, I actually have
my
here.
zombie
Hold
jerky.
on. No. I got a Milky Way here. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just put this on the table. We'll use it as a bargaining chip. He behaves himself. We give him a bar.
All right. Mixer, can you get Spark back in here? I know we just had him leave, but we're gonna get him in to do the voice acting.
Okay.
What's going on in here?
Hey, Spark. Sorry. I know we just told you to leave. But we actually got into kind of telling the story of how we met, and I thought that we could have you come in and do a little bit of like voice acting for the story. Like whenever I say that you said something, you could kind of say it.
When do I get my pizza rolls?
After the show, we have right now. If you just sit down, behave, help us tell this story, we'll let you have a little bit of Typewriter's Milky Way.
In fact, Spark, you won't even have a little bit. You can have the whole bar if you just chill out for like a couple minutes so you could help us out with the story. Does that sound okay? A whole Milky Way. I'll give it to you entirely.
All right.
Okay.
I'm in.
All right, so okay, let's I just had gotten to the part where you had crashed your spaceship into my yard, and I'd just come down and scooped you up, and it's kind of like, are you okay? What's going on? And then that's when you kind of looked up at me and were like, do you remember what you said?
Hungry!
Well, okay, it wasn't quite that loud at the time, but it seemed like he was pretty shaken up from the crash, but he was hungry. So I kind of took him inside the house and got him some chocolate, some pretzels that I had in the cabinet, and fed him, and I think he fell asleep on my futon. Man, I at this point kind of calming down a little bit, and I started realizing what was going on. I wasn't sure what to do, really. I mean, you can't call the police and tell them a spaceship has crashed, or you're gonna end up on the news, man. So, man, I didn't know what to do, and I just kind of fell asleep that night. The next morning, I wake up, there's a little alien, blue spacesuit at the foot of my bed. He throws an empty cereal box at me and yells,
I'm hungry!
all right, good, that's perfect. Yeah, I mean, I can't even tell if he's... Spark, are you voice acting,
actually
or
hungry?
are you just actually yelling?
I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm actually hungry. That is what I said that day.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
it's a bit of
yeah.
both.
So I mean, I go out into my kitchen, and all of the cabinets have been torn open. Every bag of chips, box of crackers, everything that I had. Ramen noodles. I mean, he had eaten my entire year's supply of ramen noodles in one night. He's going on about being hungry. I'm just looking at this rack. I mean, it was racked. Everything was torn up. All these bags ripped open. Crumbs everywhere. And he's going on about being hungry. I open up the fridge and I'm like, all right, I got some old chicken wings. I give them to him. He sits down on my kitchen table and he's just ripping into these chicken wings. And I'm like, okay. At this point, I don't even know his name. I don't know what's going on. And I'm just like, okay, man. So you're some sort of space alien that's crashed on our planet? And he just kind of stops and looks at me and...
You don't know who I am!
All right, I mean,
said.
yeah, and I was just like, no, how could I know who you are?
I am
I just cut him off. Come on, man. You can't just... What are you yelling? That's your name? I mean, at this time, I didn't cut him off that abruptly back then. I mean, his name...
You guys at home should go back and put your audio track in slow motion and try to pick out how to pronounce that name. I don't mean anything bad by it, Spark. Like, I understand you're from a different place.
His name is like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whopper, really.
And I was just like, all right, dude, come on. Can I just call you... I mean, the first part of it's kind of like something, and it just clicked with me. I kind of named him Spark. And that's whenever he said to me,
That's fine! You can call me whatever you want, 'cause you're my slave now.
and I still laugh at him because I'm not your slave.
That's what you think.
Okay, well, I mean, we do feed him all the time. He doesn't even do any work around. All right, let's not get into
We gotta talk about that after
right
the show.
now. Yeah, I mean, when's the last time you paid rent, man?
No comment.
Okay, well, anyways, I'm just going to sum this up. I don't think you need to yell the whole story at us, but basically, Spark is... He's a Varaxian prince. The Varaxians are an evil, conquesting race of incredibly powerful aliens that has blazed a trail of destruction across the universe, destroying lots of planets and stripping them completely of their resources, and mostly just destroying them for fun, I think. But Spark he's a prince, but he's actually one of 100 other offspring, brothers and sisters, and of course 100th in line for the throne at that time.
His odds are good, in my opinion.
100th? So
yeah,
100 people.
All he would have had to do, sorry Spark, I don't mean, once again, no disrespect, but all he would have had to do was kill, 99 of his parents' progeny, and he would have been next in line.
Believe me, I thought about it.
Oh, I do believe you, Spark.
That's-
I respect you.
yeah.
I always have.
So, I mean, he's not going to want me to say this, but Spark's kind of
Wait. Mixer, come here. Can you hold Spark down really quick?
Yes, typewriter, I will restrain him.
Thank you.
Okay, we got a thank you, Mixer.
What's going on? Hey,
Just
So-
say it.
So Spark, kind of a loser. He's a runt, and I mean, he is a runt. He's only about 2.5 feet tall. Everybody else in his entire race, like over 10 feet tall,
Yeah, big people.
and he's pretty much failed everything, and his entire race has disregarded him. They sent him to Earth to fail this mission. Well, they sent him to Earth. They wanted him to destroy the planet like their race normally does, pretty much knowing he was gonna fail. And then they were gonna use that against him to as a reason to finally kill him in their imperial court that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, does that all makes sense, right? It's hard to explain
It's hard to
alien cultures.
Well, yeah.
but
I mean, no, you did a good job of explaining it. What's hard is to grasp it. The poor little bastard. He just wasn't big enough, really. That's the only thing he had going against him, and his abashedness.
yeah,
whatever.
I mean,
Mixer, you can let him go now.
yeah, he seems a little depressed now, but why don't you give him some of your Milky Way?
Yeah, you know what? Here, Spark. Here, take half of this.
Thanks. Oh, come on, guys. We don't mean to make funny or anything. It's just we got to tell the story.
No,
Yeah.
I understand.
No, listen, man. You know that it's true. I'm a runt. I'm 5'4". I'm a runt too. I mean, in the humans, I'm pretty tiny myself. You know we love you, Spark. I wouldn't have given you the Milky Way if I didn't love you. We okay?
He's
Okay.
chomping on
That's
that
good.
Milky Way.
We're
now.
fine.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of trying to take it all in. I'm sure the listeners are kind of in the same kind of mental state as I was that day. It's a lot to comprehend coming from a tiny blue alien chomping on leftover hot wings on your kitchen table.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, okay, it kind of made sense. I'm putting it all together, and we're just kind of, he's in my apartment, or in my house. I'm trying to grasp all this, and I'm just like, all right, well, I guess I've got stuff to do. This little dude's gonna be my new roommate or something. So I go walking around my place, going about my business, and he kind of is following me around, asking me questions about things. That's a futon. Explain to him a couch. Explain to him, just a few things around the place, normal everyday Earth items he didn't know about. And we kind of come over to the corner of my room where I have all of my DJ equipment and my studio computer set up. And he's asking me about it, and I'm like explaining to him that this is where I play music and where I write music at. And he's just kind of staring at me, and he doesn't seem to understand what I'm talking about or what music is.
At this point, I would have been kind of disappointed in him for not knowing what music is. Like, how does somebody not know what music is?
Well, it might have something to do with him being part of an evil race of aliens destroying everything that they come in contact with.
Okay, I understand that, but what about, like, battle drums or some kind of workout music? I mean, they have to work out. How do they keep their figures? I got you there, didn't I bitch?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe the lack of music is what made them so evil.
Yeah, that's true.
At any rate, I don't want to get into philosophical discussions about evil alien races and
That's
how
the
they... Yeah, I mean, that's...
Evil Alien Philosophy Pod every Thursday at 9.
So at this point, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to show this guy some music, fill him in what's going on. So I kind of had one of my tracks that I've been working on. It's called Fiction, and I had the demo CD sitting there. I picked it up, put in one of the CDJs, hit play, and the kick drum and the bass comes on. It's playing through this techno track. and you can just see he liked it. I mean, the track's playing, he starts dancing around on my floor, and he seemed really into it. It's kind of nuts that an alien that's never heard music before can just learn how to dance instantly. It's a universal language.
I don't know. It's been around for like a couple years, right? Music in general?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Right? I mean,
I
at
don't-
least like 20 or 30 years.
Right. I mean, I'm not a history major or anything.
No, neither am I.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why
been
I was,
around
that's
for
why I
a
was
while.
asking around. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he seemed into it. I mean, we played some tracks for a while. He was dancing, and hour or two goes by. I'm just kind of like, all right, that's enough for now. And he seemed absolutely exhausted. Goes over, gets back to his chicken wings, and we're just kind of hanging out. I'm sort of excited. I mean, I have a new alien friend. He's not the most personable, but I'm kind of starting to like him. He digs techno. So, you know what? I think I'm about ready for our next break. And then maybe
Sure.
we could finish up some more of the story when we get back. Is that okay?
I think so. Spark, are you cool with that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Is there any more food?
Yeah, pizza rolls after the show, remember?
After the show. Hungry now.
Okay. I'll give you the rest of the Milky Way right now if you let us take a break. And we're back. E.T., take it away.
All right. At this point, we're introduced to Spark. We're hanging out. We know what music is. That's when I just hear this terrible crash outside. And I'm just, what is going on? I start towards the window to kind of look and see what's going on outside. That's when this huge 7-foot tall robot just bursts through the wall, like right through the side of my house, Kool-Aid Man style. He just sends splinters and everything flying into the room, and I, of course, scream and run and hide behind my futon. And this robot stomps in, points right at Spark, and you know what, Mixer, this is your chance to do the voice work for this part of the story. So robot points right at Spark and he says,
"You are coming with me."
and he tries to grab Spark on the table, and just Spark nimbly like jumps off the table, chicken wing in hand, starts running around my apartment, and this robot is just like tearing the place up, chasing him. And Spark runs over towards my gear table, and I'm hiding behind my futon. I'm terrified. And I'm just like, don't go to my gear table. Like, I mean, that stuff is expensive. He's gonna, like, this robot is gonna smash all of my DJ gear, my sound system, my studio computer. I'm terrified. I, of course, not getting out from behind that futon, though. I mean, I'm just curled up, fetal position back there, just watching what is going on.
Well, I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to try to jump out and do something at this point when there's a maniacal robot running around breaking shit.
I mean, this robot is like 7 feet tall. He's like all silver. His eyes are just glowing this like evil red color, and I'm terrified.
Of course.
And Spark jumps up on the gear table. I'm just screaming inside of my head. He steps on one of my CDJs, and his foot hits one of the play buttons. And this track called Cloudless starts playing, and the robot kind of stops. He's trying to grab Spark, but he just stops, like mid-grab. And his eyes start blinking different colors, and I can hear like these clicking, popping sounds inside of him.
And I think that's a good place to stop for today because we're running out of time.
Time? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm
There's
dead
so much
serious,
more to
dude.
tell.
No, I know.
All right.
I thought we were going to be able to finish it in 30. I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm ready for my pizza rolls.
Okay, Mixer,
Okay.
can you turn on the oven, please? Sorry, please. You guys that are listening to the show, first of all, I hope you've been enjoying it. Me and E.T. and Spark and Bullslaw and Mixer, hope you've been enjoying the show. For those of you who do like it, you got two awesome choices for the way that you will receive the show. The first is SoundCloud. If you go to soundcloud.com, look up the TechnoPod, awe-inspiring intergalactic adventures of E.T. and Typewriter, you can find every episode of the show on there to play in your browser, streaming, or to download. Or, if you guys would rather have the show automatically delivered to you like some kind of fucking wizard magic, you can go over to iTunes, hit the subscribe button, and while you're in iTunes, why not drop us a 5-star review with some kind words so we could climb the echelons of shitty podcasts on iTunes and be the greatest thing on the planet. And just in case you guys were curious, the music that has been playing on this show is made by none other than infamous space bandito, sex man extraordinaire, E.T., the man sitting right next to me. All of it is on his
You're too
album.
kind.
Don't worry about it, I'm really not. All of it is from his album, Zap Cannon, which is out right now. So you guys should go, get yourself a copy, listen to the sweet tunes in their entirety, and die of happiness. Don't die, though. Just be happy.
That's right, guys. You can find my music all kinds of different places, but officialelectrictype.com is the place for that. You can also follow the show on Facebook. Typewriter and I are both on Twitter if you want to follow us there. I mean, that's at electrictype, at Typewriter. Pretty simple stuff. Few other places. I mean, we have a Tumblr. I'm not sure what that's all about. Mixer keeps that updated. If you guys want to send us an email, I mean, if all those other social networking places, if you hate them as much as I do, you could just go old school, send us an email at thetechnopod@gmail.com. We can answer those, maybe even read them on the air. If you love the show as much as we think you do, and you want to help us out with like hosting costs, fuel for the ship, food for Spark, you could head to the technopod.com. There's a donation button there. You could donate. Any amount is appreciated. We prefer increments of $100, if at all possible. And
Well, I prefer increments of 500, but I guess you can go as low as 100. Or 25 cents. I mean, I'll take that too. I really don't mind.
any amount you want, donate button right on the site. That helps with hosting, all those podcast expenses you're always hearing about. I mean, that's stuff we don't need to get into right now, and all kinds of other awesome stuff and artwork and information and links to music, everything you could ever need. It's all at the technopod.com. So you guys can head straight over there, and I think that's about it for our show today.
Is it?
Yeah, anything else?
Pizza rolls!
Okay, yeah. Sorry. They're done. Okay, guys, we gotta go. We gotta go feed Spark. Bye.
Later.
And intro recording configuring music.
The Varaxian mothership looms high and unseen over the Earth, a planet poised on the brink of destruction. Even if the humans were to see it, even if they knew the second the mothership would touch down, it would be to no avail. The technology of human weaponry are mere sticks and stones compared to the advanced and destructive power of the Varaxian armory. This alien race has left no planets in its wake. The Earth is a mere stepping stone in their path to domination. Only one man stands in their way. After befriending the Varaxian prince and circuit-bending and bounty-hunting robot, he now holds the power to put an end to the destruction and chaos. One DJ with the power of techno. This is electric type. 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 Is electric type.
Electricity coursing in my blood, each synapse firing like a gun, and through the thunder in my ears, the world around just disappeared. All the elements swarming, there's darkness straight ahead, but fire in my heart. Through the looking glass I see a world just on the brink of being torn apart. And through all of the chaos I find myself at peace, light among the stars. And without hesitation I'm moving straight ahead, shooting past the moons of Mars. Fighting it is never easy, that's just how it is. It's a great change, an electrified escape, the process of electrolysis. Burst of laser light, these evils shine out from the dark. I wonder if I'm doing right, I just don't want to be wrong. Slam the engine to full speed, we're darting through the vast emptiness of space. Though the work might destroy me, when we don't persevere, then we're just losing face. Fighting it is never easy, and that's just how it is. It's a great change, an electrified escape, the process of electrolysis.
thank you for listening. This has been a broadcast of the TechnoPod Studios.
That's not how a tea set is supposed to look. They're supposed to look like they're not broken.
Do not forget to visit thetechnopod.com. Ending transmission.